Hello again. So I'm sorry, we had a bit of a SD card issue earlier and got interrupted. So here we are again in a new, more shady sitting position, still by the lake. And we're gonna continue from the story that you were telling me about the competition you and Shivani Didi had with food when she was 7 years old.
You know, soon after my marriage, even before I could come back to Secunderabad, I was there in Delhi just for 2-3 days after the marriage. Shivani, who was very, very young that time, got into a challenging mode. Ki Chacha, I'll eat more than you. And the foodie that I was, I accepted the challenge. So we started eating. But gradually I found that Shivani was giving me good competition. And since she was so young, I didn't want that she could fall sick because of overeating or something. When I thought probably we were now trying to go out of limits, then I stopped. And I let Shivani win.
Or Shivani won, and now you're using that as an excuse.
Well, possibly yes.
Yeah.
But by that time, she's taken 7-8 chapatis, which by any standards, even for me, were more. So for her to obviously it would have been quite a lot. And I very distinctly remember that incident. Then we used to go to Arkepuram quite often. There was a sweet meat shop. In fact, there were two of them who got into a competitive fight on the prices of jalebi.
Arey wow.
From a level of about 20 rupees a kilo. In the effort to try and get more customers, they brought the prices gradually down to 2 rupees a kilo.
Bapre.
And so every time we went there, Sharad, jalebi leke aa. So jalebi aa jati thi.
Samosa jalebi, not just jalebi. I found my love for samosa jalebi in Tauji's house.
Samosa jalebi eating, yes, but the competition and the prices was only on jalebis.
हाँ. पर उनके घर में हमेशा समोसा जलेबी मिलते थे.
Samosa jalebi was always there.
Yeah.
But those two sweet shops, they were competing for the price of jalebi. And it was so much fun. Eat as much jalebi as you want because it used to be so dirt cheap. In fact, talking of this, it also reminds me of another incident with Bhaviji. When they were staying in Raisina Road hostels. Raisina Road is very close to Krishi Bhavan. And when I was still in India perhaps, so they were staying in that area. You remember my friend Pradeep Sharma in Gurgaon?
I do. I think I know the story as well.
Do you?
मैंने ताई जी से सुनी हुई है शायद.
So once we decided we will go to National Stadium or something for swimming. So I, of course, didn't know much of swimming, but Pradeep went and did swimming. After that, I told him कि my brother stays here, let's go to his place. So he said, ठीक है. So we came to their house and he said कि भाई बाबूजी खाना खाएंगे हम तो. So she said, ठीक है. So she started making खाना and खाना बनाते बनाते जब उनका आटा शायद कम पड़ गया, हम लोग तो ढीठ आदमी थे. एक बार शैतानी के मूड में आ जाते थे तो और शैतानी कर तो जब देखा कि आटा ख़त्म होने वाला है, हाँ हमने तो और खानी है, तो वो दोबारा आटा गूंदने लगी। तो ऑब्वियसली सिंस वी हैड ऑलरेडी टेकन सो मच, ही थॉट कि लिटिल बिट ऑफ आटा वुड बी गुड इनफ। सो आई टोल्ड हर, नहीं भाभी जी तो कम है आपको, सिर्फ इतना सही आटा और बनाओ। तो शी से नहीं हो जाएगा, ठीक है। अब हो जाएगा तो इट बिकेम मोर ऑफ अ चैलेंज, तो हमने वो भी ख़त्म कर दिया। एंड इन दोज हॉस्टल्स यू सी their rear veranda had been covered into kitchen. So adjacent hostel kitchen was right next to hers. And that lady was also a teacher somewhere. So she saw the there is a kiosk going on here. She must have heard कि भाई ये तो ढीठ कोई आ गए हैं तंग करने के लिए। तो she asked, प्रतिभा कोई दाल सब्जी भेजा? And so she said, दाल सब्जी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। तो she made the atta third time, and then we ate chapati with that also.
बताओ।
So I mean, some of these childish pranks, they stick into your mind.
But they make for good stories.
They make for good stories.
See, I'd heard the story from Taiji, दूसरी तरफ से. So they do make for good stories, good memories.
In fact, she was very good in making tandoori parathas also. And I don't know whether you have heard, she had a very unique method of making tandoori paratha.
How?
We used to get those dalda ghee in tins, small tins. So she cut the top end of the tin and the bottom end of the tin and put it on the gas.
Acha.
And on that circular thing, she used to put the atta.
Acha.
So that acted like a tandoor.
Acha.
So it became like a circular thing, cylindrical circular thing. उस पर आटा लगा दिया, gas used to heat it up, and it used to come like a tandoori paratha.
Nice.
Excellent. Excellent. And that is from where Sunana learnt it, and then she also started making it.
Acha.
But this was Bhabiji's find. She taught it to everybody else.
Yeah.
So it was very good.
I remember मैं उनके पास एक बार रहने गई थी. So we were talking into the night, and we cut and we had one full tarbooj between the two of us. Patile में we had like one full watermelon, full-sized watermelon.
And you were quite young that time.
Oh, I wasn't that young. I was in my teens, so I wasn't a baby.
No, you were not a baby, but still.
Yeah. Talking about food and eating huge amounts, do you want to talk about our other foodie favorite?
Like?
So the two foodie favorites here, there's Ankit, who's fond of eating, and there's Ishan, who's fond of cooking.
Oh yes.
Moving on to the next generation.
Yes.
And then on the flip side, there are those who are not fond of eating, who you've also had quite a lot to do with through their childhood, like Happy Bhaiya, Chandni.
Okay. Let's start off with Ankit first. Ankit was actually a foodie, and he was very, very fond of samosas and aloo tikkis. So in fact, even today, whenever I get an opportunity, I tell him, hey, Ankit, you come over and eat as many samosas and tikkis you want. Because I always found because of his build and weight, Vinu used to be always worried, and she used to keep a control on him. Ankit, bas, or nahi. And somehow that excessive control on eating, it doesn't gel with me. I don't like anybody to check me for eating. Similarly, I don't like others to be checked for eating. So Ankit's and my bonding probably is because of the foods.
Huh.
And subsequently, Ankit picked up very good massage techniques also,
Which obviously worked for you.
and he's been doing it so nicely in the last 5-6 years.
Hmm.
It's been a pleasure to have him do
5-6
that
साल से
massage.
ज़्यादा हो गए पापा 5 साल तो it's been since I left India and
Maybe
he's been giving you
6-7
massage.
years. Maybe 6-7 years.
Hmm.
But it's not more than 10 years in any case. Because he picked up from the TVs only.
Huh.
He never learnt it.
Huh.
But he had a fairly good idea of doing it.
Huh. श्रद्धा से.
बहुत श्रद्धा से बहुत प्यार से करता है. And it used to be so comforting and relieving after that bout of massage. Then talking of Ishan and I have had a very special relationship.
Hmm.
You know, in the last few years, as Ishan left the school and went into the college, or even slightly before that, when he was still in the senior classes in the school, he was studying political science as a subject.
Hmm.
And I take reasonable amount of interest in politics, at least of the country. So I used to keep narrating him stories of politics
Hmm.
and what various parties in India were doing. So he used to listen to those with a lot of keen interest, and then he used to expect I feed him more information on it. So I used to send him forwards on email
Huh.
wherever I found anything interesting which I thought would be good for him to know. So in the school and even after school, he went into this hotel management. He was always very fond of cooking. He wanted to make a lot of snacks, and that snacks, I remember he was still in Faridabad when he was a very young kid. At that time he made snacks which we went and had in their house in Faridabad.
Huh.
So it was really interesting. But as he grew up now, he went into hotel management. In hotel management, he learned new things. He wanted to try them out at home. And whenever he came to our place, we used to tell him, Ishan, aaj kuch ho jaye. So he was quite reluctant to do it in our house. He used to say, you come to my place, I'll make it there and then we'll eat it there. Which very often he did
Hmm.
make and do it.
We had a big cook up as well 2 years ago when I went back to India. He made desserts, I made the mains, and we had a big dinner. You remember?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's been very interesting with him also.
Yeah. When I asked him if he had something to share about you, he interestingly said you are the only person he's never said no to.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because, you know, in Gurgaon, Reena used to keep coming to us, and sometimes she came along. Ishan didn't accompany her. So I used to ask Reena कि क्या हुआ, Ishan नहीं आया. Oh, Ishan was doing something, or he had to go with his friends and this and that, or he was studying, so he didn't come. So I said, should I talk to him? She said, yes, if you want, you can talk to him. So then I used to tell him कि ईशान क्या बात है भाई, तुमने तो सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल की वीटो लगा दी. हाँ, तो he didn't catch on कि वीटो लगा दी क्या मतलब. Then I tried to explain him कि look, Security Council has 15 members. Out of that 15 members, 5 of them have veto powers. These are those 5 countries. And whenever anything has to be passed at least these 5 members must agree. So even if 10 members are in favor of a proposal, but one of the 5 powers says no, that is known as a veto, and the proposal doesn't go through. So I believe Veena gave you the option to come here, but you exercised your veto power. So we are all waiting for you. Why don't you come over? Come, Mama, मैं अभी आता हूँ. So that way, I had to make stories, but to be fair to him, he has never said no. Howsoever busy he may have been, whatever other interests he may have had, whenever I called him up and told him, look, Ishan, we are waiting for you, he always dropped it.
But ऐसे सिद्धांत भी आता है.
Oh, Siddhant comes on his own also.
We also did a holiday with him when he was a baby.
When he was a baby, we went to these places, Kedarnath, Badrinath,
Yeah.
and he was so tiny at that time.
Mami ji, सारा
Oh.
time.
Mami ji तो कोई गलत कर ही नहीं सकती.
Mami ji is
तो-
always right.
Is always right.
Yeah.
I
Like a
think-
know-it-all 10-year-old.
I think he was just about 7-8 years old.
No.
back
I think he was 9 or 10.
then. Is it?
Because I'd finished my 12th class both, so they were 98, and I think he's 88 born. I think he's 88 born. 88 born है कि 89 born है? 89 born है शायद.
I'm not sure on that year of birth.
तो 10 साल का
But
था मुझे.
Possible. He was very young.
हाँ.
He was very young, and those 4-5 days he stayed without his parents,
हाँ.
and he didn't trouble us at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. It was such a pleasure to take him along with us to Kedarnath, Badrinath.
Yeah.
We did those 2 dhams together.
We did those 2 dhams together, and he kept saying, "Mami ji is always right." Yeah. But those were good trips. We also used to go down to Ranichori for a few years.
Yeah, we went twice there.
अच्छा था.
Very nice.
It was always good to visit Rajan Bhaiya and Veena Bhabhi. I always found their house was full of laughter.
Because Rajan himself was a very jolly fellow.
Very jolly.
Very jolly person.
And
It's so sad that he left us so early in life.
it is. But even Reena Bhabhi, very happy person.
Yeah. In fact, Rajan, though, he was notorious for a number of things, and I've even gone to his college where he was studying in Amritsar to get him out of some problems. I was posted in Udampur, and Benji told me DSS हो गया, तो I said ठीक है, I will go and talk to Dr. Pathak. Vedi Bhai Sahab was a teacher those days in
Acha.
Amritsar Medical College.
I see.
So that is the first time I went and stayed with them, and that is how our association with Vedi Bhai Sahab increased,
Okay.
because I went and spent a couple of days with them.
I see. Interesting.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah. But
Now, of course, whenever I go to Dehradun, I make it a point to meet him, and he's also been very nice. He keeps calling up, so we are in regular touch.
yeah. No, it's funny how people who may be distant cousins, जैसे Vedi Bhai Sahab was a distant cousin for Mama, have ended up becoming good friends with you.
I would say he's a distant cousin. He's after all a first cousin.
नहीं, second पापा.
First cousin.
First cousin है
First
किसके हैं?
cousin. मासी जी का बेटा.
ओरे.
मासी जी का बेटा. So first cousin.
Oh, what was his younger brother's name? Parvesh.
Parvesh.
Yes, okay, I get it now. For some reason, I thought they were related to Teji. I mixed them up. Never mind.
Mahant in a way was a distant cousin.
He's great friends and they're amazing people.
Yeah, amazing people. And now also whenever they're in India, at least once in 2 months, 3 months.
They're truly special.
Very special.
So warm, so welcoming, so
Very
jolly.
You know, when I got married and we went to this place, Secunderabad, I was doing my degree course there. So I'd heard about Mr. Mahan being in Secunderabad. Papaji had told me. So I told Sunana, I said, let's go. So he was reluctant. No, I've never met him. I don't know him. I don't know how he will be. So I said, that's all right. Even if you have not met him, he'll at least know my name. My name, so he'll know. I said, then let's go. And the first time when we went, they welcomed us so well. And they remembered Babaji and his unique, that style of laughter. And ever since then, it's been a steady relationship where it's been good meeting them always.
I remember the Diwali card comes with this very distinct Diwali Mubarak.
Yes.
And M wo alag se likhte hain. Like in my head, Diwali Mubarak I associate with the Mahans.
It's quite right.
And dusra, when I was in Hyderabad and I was very sick, Mahan Tandi Prema auntie was saying, why don't you drop the year and go back? And I was like, no, I don't want to drop the year. I've already dropped a year in between and I don't want to do that. And उस टाइम उन्होंने बोला था कि पूजा जो भी पाना है वो मिल जाएगा, one way or the other. It doesn't matter. Whatever is your kismet, you'll get it. And even now, despite like, you know, with all the ups and downs that I've gone through with work, with like quitting the job, like, you know, restarting almost, I find that comes true again and again. Like whatever is meant to be mine comes my way in some shape or form.
Obviously.
And I actually think that was a great life lesson she gave me at 22. Yeah.
You know, that is why there's a saying, ki whatever is yours will always come to you. And also, conversely, किस्मत से ज़्यादा and समय से पहले कभी कुछ नहीं मिलता.
कभी कुछ नहीं मिलता.
Everything has a particular time for it. You will get it only when that time comes.
Yeah.
Now imagine their own daughter, Chunmun. She doesn't have any kids. So they left Australia in an effort to come and adopt a child in India. They spent 1 full year. But the bureaucratic procedures in India and the hassle that they have gone through, in 1 year, they have not been able to adopt a child. Chunmun's husband came on a 1 year's leave sort of a thing. His job is protected till December. So now, last I spoke to them just before coming here, they were planning to go back to Australia because their mission was not fulfilled.
Chalo, let's wish them well. So talking about, since we're talking about Mama's side and we were talking about kids, I remember you also mentioned like Vineet Bhaiya, wo pehle Bittu Bhaiya ki baat ho rahi thi. So Vineet Bhaiya came and spent some time with us in Bombay. I remember we had this picture where we were standing in between and एक side पे Bittu Bhaiya, एक side पे Vineet Bhaiya थे. And शादी में भी आपकी, you know, you were flanked by Bittu Bhaiya and Vineet Bhaiya on both sides.
Yeah, because both were almost in the same age group. Or maybe Vineet is slightly younger. Bittu mein, how were they? I think they may be in the same age group.
They looked about the same age in your wedding pictures.
Yeah, they may be a year or so difference, not much. But Vineet also has been a very special person. And it's always been a pleasure to talk to him, interact with him. He did his DMET from Calcutta. Of course, probably that was after we left Calcutta. But he had come to Bombay for something and he used to come to us in Bombay, I think. And it was always nice having him over.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
even today, whenever though he's in Dubai, whenever he comes to India, they generally make it a point to come and look us up. This time is the first time in so many years that they visited India and we've not had a chance to meet each other.
Hmm.
Because I came on a vacation here. Vineet came in my absence. Renu had come up 2 days earlier, but probably she didn't know that I'm coming.
I'll hopefully be seeing them in September when they come to leave Malhar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Malhar has got an admission there.
Yes, yes, and that's nice. Johnny, we spent so that
Chandni,
look
yes.
says it all. That look
Chandni,
says.
yes. In the early days, Chandni was a TV buff.
Huh.
I mean, sometimes I feel the parents, just because they want to do something else, put the children into the habit of TV, and then they find that it's difficult to withdraw. And then also, since I've been a very fussy eater, and I've suffered because I've been a fussy eater, I found Chandni was also in the initial stages quite fussy. Aloo nahi khana, ye nahi khana, wo nahi khana. So I remember we had that bigger fridge, na,
Huh.
285 liter fridge. So I used to pick her up, make her sit down on top of the fridge. ये सब्जी खत्म करनी, then only I'll get you down.
Yeah. No, I remember that. And she'd sit there and she'd howl and you'd go off to sleep and you'd say, "Sabzi khatam karoge, tab niche utrenge." Yeah, I do remember
but
that.
In the bargain, she has started eating potatoes.
Yeah, but she's also another kid who spent a lot of time with us when we were young,
Oh yes.
which was nice.
You know, we got an opportunity to be together both in Bombay when she was very young, and then later on in Jhansi. They were posted in Jhansi, I was in Gwalior. So Jhansi, Gwalior
Huh.
were quite close.
Hmm.
We used to keep meeting each other. So we had a lot of good time with them.
Yeah. And now you're fond of Chandni's daughter.
Yes, I have gone of her, but unfortunately there hasn't been so much interaction. We've been talking of Dhoni quite often. There hasn't been so much of interaction with Dhoni as it was with the elder children.
Obviously. Yeah. That's Orcon.
And Happy, of course.
Happy.
Happy was always, in a way, he had difficulty in eating. And maybe to some extent, I would say he took it from Kuku, or in fact this was more of a hereditary thing. All of them were very light eaters.
Huh.
I distinctly remember soon after marriage, when
Huh.
we got married, Papaji, even if one morsel of chapati was left, he used to leave it.
Huh.
I can't eat more. Mummy used to tell him, ये तो खत्म कर दो, नहीं उल्टी आ जाएगी. And that ulti आ जाएगी finally came on to Kuku, and from Kuku it came on to Happy also.
Huh.
So I don't know now whether Happy is improved in eating, but
He's always been a modest eater.
he's been a modest eater. Plus, I think they've been too formal also. I remember he used to come to Safdar and claim, even though he had not had lunch, he would tell Sunana, I have had lunch. And one day when he was about to leave, Sunana found his tiffin on the scooter. ये क्या है? ये खाना है, क्या tiffin है? So she picked up the tiffin, she found it was full. And we were having lunch. Happy didn't have lunch with us.
अरे
मैं खाना खा के आया हूँ. So then she shouted at him. So that,
but he is formal.
yes, he is fine.
That's just who he is.
Ah.
He's formal but close.
Yes.
That's just his way.
That is there.
Yeah.
No, but when you not had lunch, and you find all of us are having lunch, and even if you want, at least get your own tiffin and eat.
Hmm.
You, being formal to the extent that you don't eat here, you don't bring your own tiffin also, and you go hungry. It doesn't stand to logic.
ठीक है. That's his way. But he's always been very fond of you guys.
Oh yes, undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Because
That's nice.
We spent a lot of time. I was posted in Chandigarh that time.
And we used to
also.
go every year as well.
Every year on annual leave, I used to make it a point that we spend half in Delhi, half in Chandigarh.
Hmm.
So that way we spend good time together.
Yeah. So now, you have about 60 seconds left. Do you want to talk about your favorite kid? And you know who I mean. इतना सोच में पड़ गए.
Who? Naman. Oh, Naman is special.
Yeah.
Naman is one more generation after that. You know, when I was about to come for this trip,
Yeah.
2-3 days before that, he used to start crying. दादू आप इतने दिन के लिए जा रहे हो तो क्या हुआ, मैं बहुत बोर हो जाऊंगा.
Yeah.
स्कूल से आके रोना शुरू कर देता, दादू आप जा रहे हो.
Yeah.
So that way we have a very special bonding with each other.
Yeah.
It's great.
So you look forward to going back and meeting him.
Oh yes.
I'm sure he is as well. And we will go and buy him the Zurich t-shirt today.
We'll buy him.
Go and buy him the Zurich t-shirt today. Only because you wanted to. Not because I think he needs 20 t-shirts. Only because you wanted to.
Okay.
Okay, so this should be a wrap now. Do you want to
Yes,
say?
we had a good time. We
Yeah.
talking about children, remembering old days.
We do have to talk about Sahil because he told me something. He was another kid who said that you got him off TV. But we're running out of time, so the next capsule will be about Sahil.
Okay.
Chalo ji, changa. Speak soon.
Bye bye.